It happens every 4 years. Suddenly, the whole world stops. Even people who explicitly hate sports are suddenly wearing jerseys, screaming at the television, and arguing about penalty kicks. We call it World Cup fever. But what is actually happening in our brains? Welcome to Dr. Behaviorism. Today, we are using the World Cup to explain the incredible power of social reinforcement and why your behavior is constantly being manipulated by your environment. When someone who never watches football suddenly watches every game, we tend to fall into the trap of mentalism. We say, oh, they suddenly found a passion for the sport. Radical behaviorism tells us a different story. The organism didn't change, the environment did. Think about it. During the World Cup, every restaurant, every billboard, and every office conversation completely changes. The environment becomes saturated with new discriminative stimuli. Humans are deeply social creatures. We operate on a massive schedule of social reinforcement. During this month, if you talk about the game, you get immediate positive consequences, smiles, high fives, and a sense of inclusion. If you ignore the World Cup, you experience social extinction. You are left out of the conversation. Many people are not actually watching the ball. They are consuming the social reinforcement that comes with it. Let me share a perfect real-life example. I have a cousin who absolutely despises sports. She never watches them. But recently, she watched every single game that Norway played. Why? Because she saw a viral video of Erling Haaland on social media. She found him incredibly attractive and interesting. Behaviorally speaking, this is a masterclass in classical conditioning. Haaland acted as a highly reinforcing stimulus for her. Because he was repeatedly paired with the football matches, the matches themselves, which used to be an aversive stimulus for her, suddenly became a conditioned reinforcer. She wasn't tuning in for the tactical formations. She was operating under a new set of contingencies to access a specific visual and social reward. She even started talking to everyone about the team. But here is the most fascinating part of human behavior. What happens when the World Cup ends? By August, all of these new fans will stop watching football entirely. Society likes to say, it was just a phase. But a behaviorist knows the clinical truth. The contingencies of reinforcement simply disappeared. The restaurants take down the flags. The office conversations shift back to normal topics. The viral videos stop appearing on the feed. The behavior of watching football is no longer being socially rewarded by the environment. Without reinforcement, the behavior undergoes a process called extinction. The habit dies not because the person lacks discipline, but because the environment stopped paying out the reward. This shows us the ultimate rule of human action. Behavior is always maintained by its consequences. If you want to build a lasting habit in your own life, whether it is studying, exercising, or reading, you cannot rely on temporary hype. You must intentionally design your daily environment to provide long-term, sustainable reinforcement. You must become the architect of your own contingencies. Did you find yourself watching a sport you normally ignore just to be part of the group? That is your environment controlling you. Subscribe to Dr. Behaviorism to learn how to take that control back. Let me know your World Cup behavioral observations in the comments. See you next Sunday.